In a world drowning in noise, have we forgotten how to listen? We scroll through endless feeds, our thumbs swiping past arguments, outrage, and self-proclaimed experts. On our streets, faces are illuminated, not by the sun, but by the cold glow of screens. We walk past each other, islands in a sea of humanity, connected to devices, but disconnected from one another. Conversations have become battlegrounds, where the goal isn't to understand but to win. We talk over each other, certain of our own righteousness, deaf to the whispers of a different perspective. This isn't progress. This is a quiet chaos, a society consumed by the self, where entitlement has replaced empathy and loudness is mistaken for strength. We have built a world of incredible technological marvels, yet we seem to have misplaced the simple, ancient art of respect. But what if the solution isn't in a new app or a trending hashtag? What if it lies buried in the wisdom of the past, waiting to be rediscovered? Let's travel back in time, 2.5 millennia ago, to a world of dynasties, scholars, and profound change. Here, in ancient China, lived a man who was not a king, nor a god, nor a prophet who claimed to speak with divine authority. He was simply a teacher. His name was Confucius, known to the West as Confucius. He held no army and built no empire of stone. Instead, he built an empire of the mind, one that would shape the course of civilization for thousands of years. In a time of political turmoil and social decay, he didn't offer grand miracles or easy promises. He offered something far more powerful, a blueprint for a better society, built not on power or wealth, but on the bedrock of human decency. He walked through quiet courtyards, his mind filled with thoughts on harmony, responsibility, and the profound importance of how we treat one another. He believed that the health of a nation began not in the palaces of rulers, but in the hearts of ordinary people. His classroom was the world, and his lesson was a timeless one, that respect is the cornerstone of a meaningful life and a stable world. At the very heart of Confucian thought lies a single, powerful concept, Ren. It's often translated as benevolence or humaneness, but it's so much more than that. Ren is the deep, innate empathy that connects us all. It is the recognition of the shared humanity in every person you meet, from the highest ruler to the humblest farmer. It is the understanding that we are not isolated individuals, but part of a vast, interconnected web. Confucius taught that a leader who governs with Ren doesn't need to rule by force, because their people will follow them out of genuine respect and loyalty. Ren is the parent who guides with patience, the friend who listens without judgment, and the stranger who offers a hand without asking for anything in return. He saw what happens when a society loses its grip on Ren. He saw compassion replaced by selfishness, and dignity replaced by cruelty. For Confucius, a world without Ren wasn't just a harsh world, it was a world on the verge of collapse. It's the quiet voice inside that reminds us to be kind, to act with integrity, and to treat others as we wish to be treated. It is the very soul of a civilized society. Confucius observed that the biggest obstacle to wisdom isn't ignorance, but the illusion of knowledge. He taught that true strength is found not in arrogance, but in humility. The humble person, he believed, is like an empty vessel, ready to be filled with knowledge, experience, and understanding. They listen more than they speak. They ask questions instead of making declarations. They understand that every person they meet has something to teach them. The arrogant person, in contrast, is like a full cup. Nothing more can be added. Their mind is closed, sealed by the conviction that they already know everything. They are trapped in an echo chamber of their own opinions, unable to grow, unable to learn, and unable to connect with others in a meaningful way. In our modern world, we celebrate the loudest voice in the room. We mistake confidence for competence and certainty for intelligence. We broadcast our opinions to the world, often without a moment of self-reflection or a shred of doubt. Confucius would see this not as a sign of advancement, but as a profound spiritual sickness. He would gently remind us that the journey to wisdom begins with 3 simple words: I do and know. Only by embracing our own limitations can we truly begin to learn. From this foundation of humility and humaneness, Confucius built his vision for a stable and prosperous society. He believed that order was not something to be imposed from the top down, but something that grows organically from the bottom up. It all starts with respect. First, respect within the family. When children respect their elders and parents care for their children, the family unit is strong and harmonious. This harmony then radiates outward. A community of respectful families creates a peaceful and orderly neighborhood. A nation composed of such communities becomes stable, unified, and resilient. For Confucius, respect wasn't just about good manners. It was the essential organizing principle of civilization. Now, look at our world. We see families fractured by conflict. We see communities divided by mistrust. We see nations paralyzed by political hostility, where leaders insult each other and citizens retreat into digital tribes, hurling vitriol from behind their screens. We have traded the hard work of building consensus for the easy gratification of tearing others down. Confucius would argue that this is the predictable result of abandoning respect. The chaos we see online and in our public discourse is not a new political problem. It is an ancient moral failing. The cracks in our society are the direct result of the cracks in our relationships with one another. So, where do we go from here? Have we evolved beyond these ancient ideas? Is respect an outdated concept, a relic of a simpler time, unfit for our complex, fast-paced world? Or perhaps we haven't evolved past it at all. Perhaps we have simply abandoned it, and we are paying the price. The wisdom of Confucius isn't a magic formula, but a mirror. It reflects our own choices back at us, asking us to consider the kind of world we are building with our daily actions, our words, and our thoughts. It challenges us to turn down the volume of our own egos and truly listen, to seek understanding before judgment, to choose compassion over contempt. Rediscovering respect isn't about going back in time. It's about bringing a timeless truth into our modern lives. It's about recognizing that the bonds that hold our families, communities, and civilizations together are fragile, and they are woven from threads of mutual respect. It is a quiet, personal revolution that begins with a simple choice: to see the humanity in others. Respect isn't old-fashioned. It is the glue that holds civilization together, and it is the art we have forgotten. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more reflections on timeless wisdom.